Live with the Woodlog Roll!
Let's go!
Let's go! Y'all know what this is. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who they are, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's
Speed the Genius. Let's go, boys.
Coming to us
Let's
live from the insane asylum. Where the fuck are you?
Room, doesn't it?
Not a piece of artwork in the whole fucking house. Where are you?
You know what? This is the playroom. This is actually the playroom for the little guys.
Oh.
in the Poconos.
I'm on PA. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it because I knew I was going to get roasted. I'm back out in the
Pinky
mountains.
up. No, you better put that pinky up while you're drinking there, Half. Put that
Drinking
pinky
some
up.
Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch. Good shit, by the way.
I don't
Good
understand
shit.
the words that you just said.
I have no idea. It sounds expensive.
It's the good-ass bourbon. Good-ass
Sounds
bourbon.
expensive.
I don't drink the brown stuff anymore. You know, I'm out of the game.
You're missing out, bro. Tis the season to drink the brown stuff, baby.
Apparently, I
This
drink
is
the
it.
purple stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, why don't you show it? Yeah.
I will.
Have a day.
Have a day.
Bobby motherfucking burger.
Transfusion. It's a tequila transfusion.
I don't know. You know what happened?
Oh, I didn't know they
Me
make
on to
tequila.
something.
Somebody left them at my house, so that's what happened, and they're pretty good. Got myself
You know
another
what? Me on
option.
to something. I gotta try that. Like you got me
That's
like
some good
on the
shit.
shore sides, right? What
Pretty
is it?
good, bro.
Surf sides. Got me hooked on to like surf
Oh
sides.
yeah, surf.
I got a whole refrigerator like full of them now. So I'm gonna try that next. But I'm gonna try the brown stuff. I don't know what the brown stuff is, but
Yo.
sounds like
got you.
I'm gonna be in like the pokey if I drink it. Sounds like I'm gonna have a bad night if I drink that on route.
No. You have a really good night, man. You have a really motherfucking chill night. Really nice.
And you know what? I didn't introduce this guy. All right. I didn't
Is it
introduce
time?
him yet.
Is it time?
No, not yet, because I still didn't do the whole El Jefe.
Oh, you're right. I interrupted.
lost.
That's on me. That's my bad.
And you know what, man? I had this whole thing all written out, but not anymore. And of course, my brother El Jefe,
Right.
aka the humor god, aka the man, the myth, the legend himself, and also the new sponsored El Jefe is in the building here tonight.
Let's go.
So if you can, please hit that thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support tonight, guys. Don't forget every little bit of super chat we get. Heads all the way down to Washington, D.C. with us. Tickets are booked. Hotels are booked. Everything is pretty much booked. So everything that you can bring is just some beers for us to get drunk and yell at some people while we're there at Washington. So please
Feed us.
feed us a little bit here, man. We got content coming your way.
Where's
Some
my guy?
great stuff coming out. So that's where it's at, man. There's some people in the chat I haven't seen in a minute. What up, Monte? What up, Sarge?
Let's go,
Sarge is
Oh,
finally
yeah.
stopped. Like Sarge is working, bro. Free. Yes, man. You already know. Look at Monte. Freaking Sarge too. Holy shoot.
So I got a quick story. I have a I don't know how I got roped into this, but I am in a college fantasy league with Monty and a bunch of other dudes. Yeah, and I'm drafting at 9:00. Just FYI, I'm drafting while on the show.
What could go wrong?
Holy
What
What
could go wrong?
Yeah. So if my light goes off, it's that's why.
That's what it is. Seriously, the light's gonna go off like by itself.
Well, I need to use my phone to draft. Actually, maybe not. I'll figure this out, guys. Don't worry. I
That's
got
what I
this.
like to hear.
I
That's
got
what I like
this.
to hear. Speed.
Logistics.
F man, cue the music. Because
Okay.
guys,
It's time.
we have a special guest in the building.
Let's go.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yes.
This guy is a fantasy guru. When I mean guru, is guru because overnight he went from like 10,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers on X, aka Twitter himself. Guys, he said he is no expert, but au contraire, mon frere.
Bullshit.
That was for Spiro in the Poconos.
I was gonna say that was the whitest thing you've ever said. Spiro's totally rubbing off on you right now.
He's rubbing
Got
off
you.
for me in that mountain house there in the
Au
Poconos.
contraire.
Au contraire, he is an expert, my friend. He really, really is. And of course, my guy, your guy, Mr. Joe Orrico. Round of applause.
Let's
Round of applause.
go.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all do too much. Y'all do too much. Happy to be here. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
Let's
Go.
Listen, I'm gonna jump right into this, man. All right.
Yep.
The first 4 pick, right? It's not really like you want to have the 4th slot. I'm gonna guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite target in the first round if you're like at the number 4 pick around there.
So I have a clear top 4 players. I have
Okay.
a clear top 2 and then a clear top 4. If you have a 101 or 102, it's Bijan or Jamar. Who depends on, is it PPR, half PPR, 3 wide receivers, 2 wide receivers, right? And then in the same tier, I have Jahmyr Gibbs at 3, and I have CeeDee Lamb at number 4. Those are my clear top 4.
Whoa.
So I think if you have, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then one of them fall, it's auto pick for me. Auto pick.
So was I wrong to? So hear me out. We did. So to pick our draft slots, we sent a bunch of little rubber duckies around a lazy river, and
Yep.
I didn't want the first pick. I got my duck one because that's what we do.
That's what
Well,
we do.
I didn't want the first pick. I took the second pick because I didn't want that decision.
Yeah.
Now, did I make the right move there? I felt like it was the right move. I don't want that pressure. All
Yeah,
right?
I mean, even when you're full PPR, it's tough to go away from Bijan. If you're half PPR, it's tough to go away from Jamar Chase. And I love the 102 because the decision's made. You get a top 2 player. So I really enjoy that. That's a good strategy.
Okay.
It's so hard to see what Jamar Chase did last year and just not want to auto draft him and
Exactly.
not think twice. Like it's a perfect fantasy situation.
Quite literally perfect. I mean, we start to get into the historical trends and to be kind of annoying about it, but there's been a different wide receiver 1 each of the past 8 seasons. So it's like, will that continue? Right. I mean, every year it's like, wow, they're going to do it again.
Was Antonio Brown the last one to do it?
Geez, you're testing me early. I'm not sure, but I would say most likely.
Because I know he had a 3-year span where it was just so ridiculous, and I'm thinking he had to be top 3 in each of those seasons.
I know
would say most likely.
Tomlinson was probably was just. I remember he was wrecking things, but that was a long.
That was before my time. That was before my fantasy time. Joe was probably like 8 years old when that was happening.
I was probably a twinkle in my mother's eye at that point. So, yes, indeed.
Okay, Joe. Selfishly, I'm going to ask a lot of questions about like the end of the first round, right? Like draft position wise. And in my 2 10-man leagues, I am the 8th spot and I'm the 10th spot. So you're targeting similar players in that range. Now, from just from a strategy perspective, do you like going, if you're back draft, you can do RB twice, wide receiver twice, or go 1-1? Is it all about who falls to you in the second round, or do you have a clear mindset like I'd like to do this in this particular year?
Yep. So I'm going into a back half or back quarter first round pick saying I want 1 wide receiver, I want 1 running back. That's what I'm saying as the pick approaches. Whether it's a running back or receiver depends on who falls. So for example, if you're 10th overall and McCaffrey falls to you, Saquon falls to you, it's going to be RB. If you're 10th overall and Justin Jefferson's there, I've seen it happen. It's probably going to be wide receiver because the guys I mentioned are gone, right? If Amon-Ra falls, I've seen him go as late as 112. I think it's the best value in the first round. It's going to be wide receiver. So I like to start, see who falls, right? Get the value in 1, do the opposite position in round 2. Now, if let's say we take Nico Collins and in the last pick in the first and Amon-Ra's still there, how do you not? Yeah. So that's what I always say. It's like, you have to. It's funny because I just did my home draft and it's 2 QB, but they go kind of later. Typically they go early, but Amon-Ra, I took Gibbs 4th overall. Amon-Ra made it all the way back to the back half of the second. And I had to take him. So it's just, you got to be ready to just,
you typically wouldn't do that running back receiver on the same team.
No, but
because I mean, granted, one of them scoring a touchdown every game. That's all but given. And probably both of them will score in half their game. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how I'm feeling about the back of the first for sure.
All right. So right on.
You dipped into the wide receivers a little bit. Now I got a couple, 4 of them, like right in the same kind of thought process. And I want to like put them in the totem pole, right? Like, I got Nico Collins, Drake London, Malik Neighbors, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, how are you doing this right now?
Okay, so I do lead with Amon-Ra. He's my 4th overall receiver, and like I said, I'm seeing him go behind Malik and Nico. With that said, Jefferson, St. Brown, Neighbors, and Collins, all in the same tier of receiver for me. So
Jefferson's in there too.
It really is your pick with those 4. I do have Lamb and Chase ahead of them. With that said, if you want me to order them, I do have St. Brown first among the 4, followed by Neighbors, just what he did last year. I don't have to tell you guys, but 7th in receiving yards, 3rd in catches, 6th in air yards, 1st in targets as a rookie. So anyway, we can talk more about that offline. But Nico Collins too is going to come in 3rd there. And again, all these guys are top 12 easily. Coming in at 3rd, on pace for 2,000 yards when he was healthy. And then I do have London clearly below those 3, but kind of my top guy in the next tier, alongside AJ Brown, if you will. So
fair.
Yeah.
That's like that. Now, of course, man, we're going to segue into this, man, because I'm going to speak for our Giants fans.
All right.
You do understand Malik Neighbors is that guy. You want to put him on your board, but do you want any piece of Tyrone Tracy in this upcoming draft?
I do. I think, there's a big part of drafts like round 7 to 10 where the RB landscape is just desolate. And you really are looking for guys like at that point, you're looking for we'll go over to the Jets, like a Braylon Allen or someone who's a little bit slept on, a Zach Charbonnet, or you've already missed out on Pacheco, Harvey. And I think in that round 8, 9, like Tyrone Tracy, Jalen Warren, Javonte Williams, like no one's jumping out of their seat for these names. But, if you have a Bijan, a Jahmyr Gibbs, and you haven't grabbed your RB2 yet, you can load up on a couple of those guys. I think Tyrone's going to have good value early in the season. Obviously, Scadaboo is injured, so he hasn't quite contended for the role yet. I believe Singletary's still around after today, right?
Yep.
So, I think he's going to factor in. And I actually think Singletary and Scadaboo are kind of fighting for the backup job a little bit. So I really do like Tyrone Tracy to start the season for sure. A low-end RB2, RB20 to 24 for sure.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. I believe in him as a player, but I also like him as a fantasy asset. He's a converted receiver. He played a lot of receiver in college. He's got the hands. He's got speed. I like him all around as a player. It's just a matter of what the Giants offense looks like. But I said all along, even drafting Scadaboo, Tracy is still the guy. And he was a rookie last year. It's not like we're talking about a vet that Scadaboo is pushing out of the way. Right. This is still a younger guy. I think he's a little older coming into the league, but he's still a second-year guy. This is still prime running back contract-wise and all of that. Run him into the ground. So he's still my guy too.
And he earned that job. It's not like he just woke up and was the RB1. He
fought for the job.
He was the better RB.
He took it from Singletary.
Right, and preseason has suggested he's the clear starter. So like I said, if he's your RB2 come week 1, I'm pretty good with that if you have some good options as well.
Now let me ask you just another question. I'm sorry, guys. It's on my mind here. Any other Giants player that you're willing to take as well in this draft? Any other off top?
Yeah, one guy, who I am, it's a very late pick, but I think it's a very good pick. And a lot of people are playing 2 QB or super flex. And I think Dart just simply needs to be rostered. My main league is 2 quarterbacks. So we start 2 every week. My 3rd QB is Russell Wilson. And I'm just not comfortable. I immediately picked up Jackson Dart. What he's done in the preseason. And I'm sorry to just go run to
handcuff.
to the kind of obvious or low hanging fruit answer. But he has looked insane in preseason, and I don't mean for this to be an offensive comment, but I'm not a scout or anything, but he kind of plays just a Jalen Hurts style where when he's playing so far,
that's fine
in preseason, right? It almost looks like he's in slow motion and everyone else is going crazy, and he's just in slow motion,
way too comfortable. Yeah,
exactly. So I need him. I need him on my Superflex 2 QB teams. I need him.
I think Russ. Like if you need a starter, Russell he should be throwing a couple touchdowns
for sure.
I mean?
Yeah, it's not a slight. Yeah.
Yep, but Jackson just gives you potentially a lot more from that position. Okay, speaking of quarterbacks, there are years where it seems like you can wait and still get really good. This year seems, in my opinion, I'm no expert, but it seems a little top heavy, right? Where you got like four guys that can win you weeks and have 40-point potential, and then there's just a bunch of guys. So like, where do you stand this year? Do you recommend getting your quarterback in the first 4 rounds, or do you recommend waiting until the 10th and getting like a Dak, somebody who should put up points?
Yeah. So typically with QB and tight end, you can either go elite or you can kind of wait, right? Those are the 2 main options. I like a lot of the tight end late options. That's not answering your question, but there's a lot of good late tight ends. QB, like you said, I think you have a good read on it. It's a little different. Like, I don't know about JJ McCarthy. Like, do we need him to be good? Do we need him to be Sam Darnold? Is he good? Is he Sam Darnold? Like, I don't know. Right?
Right.
Michael Penix, for example. Michael Penix looked great, but his best game was carried by playing the Panthers backups in week 18 for half the game. So again, I don't know. Matthew Stafford, is he healthy? Sam Darnold. We have the rookie Milrow is going to get some snaps. So I don't know. So I think it's kind of middle is where you want to go. So for example, Allen and Lamar, I think they're a little too expensive. Like I'd rather take like a Trey McBride at the 2-3 turn, for example, because I feel and nothing against them, right? Allen's the clear one, tier to himself, tier 1. But in tier 2, I actually have Joe Burrow as my second QB. I have Lamar at 3. I have Jalen Hurts at 4 and Jaden Daniels at 5. So Hurts and Daniels go in the 4th round, late 3rd. I'd rather grab them if I'm going heavy. And then the middle guys who I really like this year, Caleb Williams is my guy at quarterback. I have him all the way up at QB 7. He goes around QB 12. And then, some other mid-round guys I really like, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May. And if you really miss them all, Justin Fields. So, yeah. That's where I'm at on QB.
Yeah, I just don't feel great. I don't feel great about it. Like if you got Lamar or Josh, you're like, okay, I got a floor of 20 points and a ceiling of 45. Like pretty much every week. So it's like that's a weird thing to balance. And like there's always there's so many ways to build a roster and win the whole damn thing. So you just got to balance those things out. Want to do supers real quick, guys?
Yeah, let's
absolutely, guys, man. Don't forget, guys, we're here with Joe Orrico. Rico.
Right, guys, let's get it.
Any questions that you have, man, put it in the super chat. We see some of them coming up, but let's get to it, man.
Holy shit, a super chat.
Let's go.
Joe. So we've been our fans have been supporting us through them. We started this in early July. To send us to Washington. We're going for week 1. Giants at Washington.
So sick.
Boots on the ground. We're going to be there. And the Bartlett family, the Bartlett couple has pretty much sent us there. Like this.
Shout out Bartlett. Shout out to Bartlett.
Thank
you.
So much so that they have their own sign. And look, her husband jumps in right here.
Look at this.
Bill Parcells on the picture.
Love you guys.
Look at it. 5 drafts this week. It's draft season, baby.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
So thank you as always, Bartlett. You guys rock.
Mr. and Mrs. Bartlett.
And question from Steve's, our guy Steve's. 2 questions, 2 for 1. One Giants defense is the Giants defense worth owning? Let's ask that first.
I think so. I'm more of a defense streamer. Saints announced their starting QB is Spencer Rattler. So the first thing I did is picked up Cardinals defense.
Everybody
they have them week 1. I mean, literally. With that being said, though, you always have those 2 or 3 defenses, maybe even up to 5, who are just strong starts every week. And the Giants with that D line, I mean, yes, the schedule is tough, as I'm sure you guys know. Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs to start, but then, I mean, Chargers, you can have a solid game there, good offense, but then Saints, I mean, that's going to be a plus matchup. So there's a couple there to start the season. Yeah, I do like them. I think they can get on the Commanders too in week 1. So for sure.
Like that.
I like that.
And IDP going with Carter. In the 14 league, I'm thinking IDP with Carter. Second question. Now the second question. 4-team league. Should I add Dylan Sampson tonight? What do you think about Dylan Sampson?
Absolutely. So pretty interesting. He's a guy. So he's on the Browns running back rookie from Tennessee. Quinshon Judkins, as we know, is not signed yet. The NFL is like taking its legal course with that. Right. So Sampson is 20 years old, and the history of 20-year-old rookies is very good at the RB position. They get more opportunities. They do good things with them. Their efficiency is very high, and there are actual facts to back that up. Now, the total number of them is a bit lower, so the percentage that are good is a bit higher, sure. But if they're getting drafted at 20, they're probably pretty good. So I really like Sampson. I think he's a flex to start the season. Should absolutely be rostered 100%.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. See, look at that stat. That you only get that kind of stat from Joe. I love that. I love that.
Thanks, guys.
Now, I got a question for you. Joe.
Yeah.
Let's take it to a little bit of a negative town here.
Sure.
If you're going to fade someone that everybody loves, that everybody loves, who's the guy that you're like, all right, I'm off this trade. I know everybody's on it, but I'm off this trade. Who's that guy for you? I know I'm throwing you into the woods here. What do you want?
But Joe, I don't see you fade a lot of players. Joe builds. He's a positive guy.
Mostly my posts are, tend to be positive.
I like that about you.
And I'm not because honestly, like it just makes more sense. And what I mean by that is there should never be a player where you're like, no way. Absolutely not. Because again, if they were to drop 12 spots a whole round, now you're like, oh, okay, maybe. Right. So it's like, I'm never like never. There's a couple though. I can kind of go round by round, maybe 3 or 4. So an early guy right now who I'm off of a little bit is Achane, just because he's injured right now. And Ollie Gordon's doing great things in the preseason, the rookie, and he's going like 13th overall. So love Achane, best running back when Tua was healthy last year. But like we talked about with the late pick, right? I'd rather
not as hyped.
Dude, spot on, because that was a no-brainer pick in the second round if he's sitting there.
Exactly. But now it's like Chase Brown. Maybe we do Bowers or something like that. So Breece Hall in the third round, full-blown committee with Braylon Allen. I expect them to run it heavy, the Jets, and I think Allen honestly is a bit more of a bruiser and better there. Mike Evans in the 4th round. I prefer Emeka Egbuka 3 rounds later, right? So those are some guys, and really kind of a spicy one. Everyone loves him, but I'm a little lower, and I just don't find myself drafting him because a little expensive. But it is George Kittle, and I've recommended people draft him if they're late at that 3-4 turn. I think he's a good pick there. Him or Hurts or Daniels, right? But again, the history for 31-year-old, 32-year-old tight ends is not super good. And just a year ago, everybody was off Kittle and like, he's too old. This, that, missed a game every year of his career, right? And now we have a little bit of positive recency bias where he dominated last year. And I think it might be a little bit of a fool's gold. I wish he was going closer to the 5th round, late 4th. So
can we get off the Kelsey train though, at least? Like, right? Like, I've been trying to do this for like 2 years now. I think this is the year he's cooked, right?
Oh man, you might be talking. That's a popular opinion. You might be talking to the wrong guy.
He's now.
He's going. He's going 7th, 8th round, and with Rashee Rice going to be suspended, he'll probably see 9 targets a game for those 6 games. So it's valuable.
Still on board.
I'm on board in the 7th round for sure, behind Hawkinson, Laporte. That's where I'm at right now. Yep.
Now I don't know if you said it, but you have a lot of guys. But who are your official my guys as you drafted this year?
Sure. So I have let's see, 1 at each position. First one, I mentioned him early. I typically do with these guys. It's Trey McBride. I love taking him in the second half of the 2nd round. So I have him in the same tier as Bowers. I do prefer Bowers, but and that tight end 1 and 2, I think they are both absolutely clear of every other tight end as of right now. McBride last year, more targets than Jackson Smith and Jigba, Brian Thomas, Amon-Ra St. Brown. All of them were top 12 receivers. He ranked 1st in expected points per game among tight ends, but 104th in fantasy points over expected. So he just underperformed incredibly, essentially. And that's because he had 2 touchdowns. So when we look at like recent 300, recent 300 plus point seasons, Gronk in 2011, Kelsey 2020, Andrews 2021. They all did it different ways. Gronk touchdowns, Andrews
Right.
catches. He's very close to that if he just gets like 7 touchdowns.
Wow.
So I think he could be.
I remember that being a running joke last year. It was like after week 9 or 10 before he scored, wasn't it? It was late.
I think there was actually a funny scenario where he was running into the end zone, fumbled it, and then James Conner scored it like pretty early. Yeah, so it was just like, this is absurd. I can kind of rapid fire, and you guys can maybe check in. But I mentioned before Caleb Williams at QB, Cortland Sutton at wide receiver, and then Chase Brown at running back. These are my guys each position this year. Who
you just brought him up. Chase Brown is above all my guy for this year. I
love him. We talk all the time.
Him, I acquired him in a trade last year. It was like best case scenario. I dealt Joe Mixon, who was having a very good year, and I got Chase Brown and somebody else back, and it was couldn't have worked out better. Like Joe Mixon went straight downhill as soon as I dealt him, and Chase Brown was dominating. Give me one good reason I shouldn't take him in the second round. As if I'm the 8th pick, it'll be like the 13th, I think, on the way back or something.
Okay, you shouldn't. Let me think. Let me think about something.
You got to dig for this one.
Like if Genty falls there, if Derrick Henry should fall there.
Yeah,
is it that crazy to take Chase Brown there?
F Genty.
Yeah, so I have him over Henry. I have him over Irving.
Wow.
Some wide receivers, I have him over. Let me just, I'm pulling up my ranking so I don't misspeak here, because I'm sure people are watching, waiting for me to misspeak. Drake London. I have Chase Brown over London, over Achane, Irving, Henry. If Brian Thomas is there, Nico Collins, Puka's falling. If those guys fall, we'll take them. But that's where we're at.
Hey, okay. So I want to kind of transition here because you mentioned this guy James Conner and you mentioned Dak Prescott earlier. I want to do an all underrated team. Who's more underrated, Dak Prescott, James Conner, or Mike Evans? Like those guys, I feel like they always slip and they always give you gold. Who are you taking out of those three?
Dak Prescott is the most underrated. And it's tough for me to come in here with Cowboys hype, and I apologize because
this is all business here. We're business now.
My Giants hat is turned around right now.
Okay, word. Yeah. For fantasy, is you gotta put the fan bias away.
So you're on Dak again this year.
For sure. So we mentioned like Hurts and Daniels as the bottom of the top 5 QBs. The next tier, I have Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, my guy, Mahomes, and then Dak with Kyler as to round out the top 10. Dak is going around QB 12, 13, sometimes QB 10, but I have him ranked higher, and it's just because we brought in George Pickens. The run game is not amazing. Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, are certainly not in their prime. And that offense for the receiver purposes is ranked top 10 in wide receiver fantasy points 5 of the last 6 seasons. And they really haven't had like a wide receiver 2. So with Pickens, Ferguson is fully healthy, the tight end. I mean, Dak is a steal. Like we're talking about the mid-round guys, Hefe, he's one of them for sure. Yeah.
I like it. And in terms of fantasy offenses, it's like the Bengals and the Cowboys. You just kind of want pieces of it.
Exactly.
Okay. Christian McCaffrey might be the most polarizing character in the fantasy football season that we have coming up. Like elite potential, like the best fantasy asset when he's healthy, and then complete potential to get hurt and miss the entire season. What? There's no way you feel confident. But this is what he does to people. Who play. I know. Like if he's there at 8, is it a snap call, draft him, or do you let somebody else take that risk and go someone safer? Like, what do you do with him this year?
Yeah, so we talked about my top 4 before, and then I have a group of 5 to 10, of which can really be ranked any way. Jefferson, McCaffrey, and Barkley are my next 3 in that order. I'm lower on Saquon. I'm lower on Henry for reasons like there's a lot of reasons. Historical trends. They're past their prime. Saquon was great last year. We don't see it happen a lot in a row. Henry, the touch total, the age. It's a little different for McCaffrey because he's in a conversation of like Priest Holmes, LaDainian Tomlinson, the best PPR running back of all time, potentially. In his last 7 seasons, he's either been RB1, RB2, or completely injured. So with McCaffrey, I kind of view it as like a innocent until proven guilty or a healthy until proven injured. I'm not afraid to pull the trigger as early as 5th overall, right? Wow. We're talking Jefferson and Barkley. Yeah. And then, if he's fallen to like 10 though, it really is a kind of an auto pick because I truly think you can build a roster where you insulate the risk. So if I go McCaffrey, the first thing I do is I just act like I don't have a first round pick. Yeah, so most likely my second round pick is an RB, and we're getting, a Garrett Wilson, a Tyreek Hill, like a slept on wide receiver 1 in round 3, and we go from there. Nice. I do like him this year. We're here and he's healthy. So at this moment, yes, I'm in on him.
Scared money don't make money. That's what we say. And you just, that's a league winner. You have to take him, and you just.
You said it. You said it, man. Like I could try to build a roster around Amon-Ra and Derrick Henry because they're, safe and consistent. Mm-hmm. Or I could say, fuck it and go for the fences and go get CMC, go get Chase Brown, go get the guys you want to actually have on your team because when healthy, they're as dangerous as anybody.
Yep, exactly. And it's like if you hit on that 3rd round receiver who is as good as a first rounder, bam, you're good now. It's like, oh shit, I have McCaffrey this week. Great. That's literally it. So, yep.
So, Spee, any other questions? Because I got one serious question here for Joe.
I got one. Yeah, all right. I got one last one, and then you go eat. But like, so I'm a sucker for rookies, right? Especially rookie tight ends. And tell me one reason, if Brock Bowers did what he did last year with the dog shit that he had at quarterback, why can't Tyler Warren do the same thing with the Indianapolis Colts? Talk me out of Ty Warren because I want him.
Yeah. I mean, I can't talk you out of him. Where he's going in drafts, I mean, we've seen 2 years now in a row where Sam Laporta, then Bowers, tight end 1 overall. So Warren, we're seeing the utilization in preseason in the games he played, 97% of snaps with the starters. Like that is insane. Normally a good tight end's like 70%, 75%. I mean, Warren among, Power 4 conference last year in college, first in receiving yards after catch, yards after contact, broken tackles. Like it's like Kittle Jr. Essentially. So I'm all in on Warren. He's my tight end 7 right now. Probably move him up to tight end 6 right next to like Hawkinson. And another guy I want to mention is Colston Loveland. We talked about Laporta. Yeah. So like if you end up with like Kelsey, for example, and it's a little riskier, round 11, round 12, Colston Loveland, bring him home. Ben Johnson offense. Sam Laporta was tight end 1 in that same offense 2 years ago. So big fan of Colston Loveland for sure. A little bit later.
I'm all about
that. I like that. Yep. Now I got a serious question for you here.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm locked in.
And now just to let you know, based on your answer, I'll act on it. Okay. Based on your answer.
All right.
So give me a quick.
I
know. I'm serious.
I'm so locked in. It's crazy.
He's gonna be like, really? That's it? It wasn't the question. But I'll tell you this, man. These guys have been trying to talk me into this for years, and I've been like, get the hell out of here, guys. I don't got time. So based on your answer, just give me a quick pitch on why I should start looking into fantasy football and actually put my money into this sport, man, or into this betting. I don't know what it is.
I love it because you have control. And you only have a limited amount, but you have control. Like you have your own unique group of warriors that you put out there every week. Thursday rolls around, I wake up, I'm touching base with my locker room. That's how it goes. I'm looking up what's going on. The music's on. It's a different feeling Thursday morning. Yeah. I got a player Thursday night. I don't know if I want to play him Thursday night, but he's in there. And it's just, and what he does Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, my plans are either ruined or it's a great start to the weekend. And then Sunday rolls around and I got to tell the guys, we got to make up for it. Or keep the foot on the gas and let's go. That's why you got to lock into like you have a family. I need you. You got to sign up, bro. Like, let's go. That's it.
Joe, that's the best. You've been on our show for years. That's the best segment you've ever done.
We're gonna clip that one. Guys, I'm sold. Put me in one of these leagues. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Literally,
Joe Orrico got me going.
You have 17 weeks with these men. You have 17 weeks with this group, dude, and they just leave it out there for you. It's unreal. They leave it out there on the field, and if they don't see you, that's it.
He's so right, dude. He's so right. I'm a sucker because like my friends make fun of me because sometimes I draft guys multiple years. Like that's a Spiro guy. Like that they know like that's my family, and I'm looking out for that guy. Yeah. I want him back on my team because I love him so much. You grow relationships with these guys. Or you hate them so much because they screwed you. Yeah. But there's so much passion behind each and every one. I love it.
It's the anxiety that you get is like why you do it. You know what I mean? You get the butterflies on Sunday morning. You torture yourself over start-sit decisions. And the whole season, all the work, all the research, it can come down to one start-sit decision that like makes or breaks your entire league. Hundreds of dollars difference. Like it is that fun. But what Joe said, which is not what people talk about a lot, it's always players. Like the excitement of Thursday night football. You know, you might start a guy just because you want to watch the game with more interest. But he's right. You live with that for 2 days.
Bro, I'm watching. I've never before been interested in Jerry Jeudy. Last year for the Browns, Thursday night Jerry Jeudy. It's like it might as well be
everything.
Like. It's the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, the weekend starts 2 days earlier.
You're right.
You know, and you wake up Friday hungover, and it's like, I'm not hungover because Jeudy dropped 30. And that's it. And that's it.
And you want to talk about extending the weekend? No more Sunday night scaries, because if you have a player or two going Monday night, you're excited all Monday.
Yeah.
And you can't watch.
And still got a chance.
And watching your guy score a touchdown live, like a game that you're watching, it's one thing to get a notification on your phone, which is fucking fantastic, right? Then you hide it and you look at the projections. You're like, all right, I got him. 63%. I got him. But watching live and seeing your guy score is just it's a fist pumping. It's fantastic.
And I would say, and just start with one team, like just join one, get a group of 15 guys who you're following, you like, play it with your friend. Don't just join like a random, a random league. There's time and place for that. Some people love to draft hundreds of teams at whatever, but my audience and my content is more tailored to the yearly group that comes in around this time, getting ready for their drafts with their buddies, and just want to perform well in it. And that's it. So that's what I would recommend. It just adds another layer to the game that we really enjoy. So
now, Joe, you know I got your number, man. So I'm going to be using the cheat code. I'm going to be using the cheat code. They don't know I'm like, Joe. So who am I sitting and starting right now? This one, Joe.
Bro, I got second cousins coming out of the woods this time of year texting me.
Let's go.
So I FaceTimed my main cousin last night for about an hour and a half. He's in his childhood bedroom drafting his team. It's just good stuff. Like, it's just, it reminds me of March Madness a little bit. Honestly.
I like that.
Except it continues.
I will say, I got Joe's number, and I really try to save my favors for like when I'm extra tortured. And I think in all the years I've known Joe, I think I've only texted him like 3 times for.
I was going to say one time. I only remember one. So you text me every week.
Okay. I think it's like 2 or 3, but I know that he was right each time. And he talked me off the ledge each time. And every time his advice was not who I was going to do. So I uncomfortably start who he said and then just reap the rewards.
Yeah, I like the questions. Seriously, ask me them, because it just, sometimes I'm not thinking about those players. And it's like, oh shit, I need to look into that right now. I have no idea actually. So that's where I'm at.
Real quick, last super, and we'll let you get out of here from our guy Bartlett. I just want to share because it made me laugh.
Yes.
He's waiting on Warren late for his tight end. I think he's going late anyway, right?
Yeah.
He's basically free at this point. Having Danny doo-doo papered doesn't scare me.
They're not going to hold us back.
Well, dude, you know, Daniel Jones is not comfortable in a pocket, and he gets skittish. He could dump off to the tight end very regularly. You never know.
It's going to be like those Wan'Dale Robinson targets, in my opinion. He's going to get a lot of those. So
true.
There you go, Bartlett.
Bartlett. But thank you so much, Joe. If you can, man, please let them know where they can find you, man. Because if you don't know, man, you guys are late. All right, but let them know where they can find you, brother, and all the stuff you got going on.
Yeah, most of my stuff's on X, on Twitter, as you guys know, at Joe Orrico FF, and we got the second account at No Expert FF, where I post kind of some bonus threads, repost some of my old ones, so you don't miss anything. And YouTube's popping off, so you can find me anywhere. So I appreciate it, guys, and I'm looking forward to joining you again in the season. If you'll have me anytime you want it, let's get it.
Awesome,
Let's
dude.
go. Joe, thank you so much for stopping by, man. You know, you got the keys to the place, so you tell us when you
guys.
Bet.
Always.
Come on,
right,
brother.
Well, we're gonna have him back around because we usually have him around fantasy playoff season, when it's getting hot.
Well, right, trade deadline, right? You want to talk about guys you need to acquire for a playoff run because he's thinking about who the opponents are down the stretch, and you're not. So that's why.
Dude.
Joe, thank you so much, brother. You're the man.
See you, fellas. Enjoy the game. Peace. Good luck.
Peace, brother. Love Joe, man. Joe is a friend of the shows. Great guys, always giving us some great information. So, guys, if you can, go follow No Expert FF at No Expert FF on Twitter and all platforms and IG as well. So, great stuff that he posts on there. I can't wait for the YouTube, man. That's going to be amazing too. So, guys, really quick, man, let's catch up with any supers. I saw Tuto in there too, and we got to get Speed a little fumbly here. Tuto, we got the Tuto chat.
I got you, Tuto. Salutes and respects to the kings of NYG Media Podcast, Hefe, Vibes, Speed, and all the diehard fans across the pond. Massive greetings from my entire rugby club in Italy. We always love you guys. Tuto, you always kill it. We love you. Oh yeah, I can't do a show without Tuto coming through.
Slap them stanky boys, Tuto.
Slapping them stanky boys.
Stanky boys, losers. All right. But guys, man, let's get into it really quick, man. The Giants released a 53-man roster, man. Let's put it up on the screen. Let's talk about some disappointments, what the fans are saying. Let's talk about some other stuff, man. That's kind of bittersweet ending for one of the players that was cut as well. But let's see who's going to be practice squad as well, guys. So it's going to be some good stuff on here. This 53-man roster, guys, I'm sure you guys saw it. It's a little bit small on here, but let's get right into it, man. Fans were very upset about Turbo, man, being cut from the team, man. And I just want to go around the room, and I'm going to start with Mr. Glass Half Full, man. How you feeling about that, brother? Turbo not being here on the team, man.
If you listened to the show last week, you know I was someone that advocated for Singletary getting cut because I wanted Turbo on the team. I think that he's got the juice, right? Like, there's some guys that had the juice. It seemed like he had it. But let me say this. I get it. I absolutely get it. You need a vet in this room, right? You can't just go with 3 rookies, unproven players, and all guys that can't pass block. You can't do that. I understand it. I understand why Singletary's on the team. You need a voice in that locker room. You need that critical pass blocker because if someone's blitzing on that blind side of Dart and Russell, do you want Turbo stepping in the way, or do you want Devin Singletary, who's a jacked up motherfucker? He's jacked, bro. I want Singletary to have my back, and as much as I love Turbo, and I hope he makes the practice squad, the Singletary move made total sense, and I get it, man. So don't get too bent out of shape, people. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I get it too. And it's contract, and it's that, right? It's the guy you trust in a pass protection setting, and he's also, I said at the beginning of last year, like, he's a pro, and that's what you've got there. It's good to have a reliable veteran who's you don't have to rely on because he's got miles on him. He's been in the league for a while. Tracy's your guy. And then you got a couple bruisers, that you can mix in. And if you need goal line work, you trust a vet at the goal line to figure out how to get in there.
Yes.
He can do that for you. Pass protection, those third down passing situations, you got to have somebody you trust in there. You can't get blown up, and games change with those kind of plays. So I get it. I enjoyed watching Turbo. I think he's got burst. I think he's got nice vision. And I hope he lands on our practice squad. But for him, he deserves to be on somebody's depth chart, right?
I think he will.
I don't know. I mean, looking back at the preseason, again, I got to go back, but I just don't remember him being the guy to kind of run in between the tackles as well. You know what I mean?
He's not that guy. Yeah, he's not.
Right. He's more of a screen type of guy, and I think the Giants they have that in Tracy already. you know, and they're trying to incorporate Scatterboo. And of course, you got Devin Singletary that can be those screen type of players at this point. So I don't think the Giants needed them. I think they had those 2 players on that roster that can actually give you that. And they needed someone to run in between the tackles a little bit more, you know, like the Scatterboos of the world. So I think, unfortunately, he was the odd man out. Yes, he had that burst. He had that vision that you guys, or that I like. You know what I mean? But as far as being the odd man out, unfortunately, you saw the writings on the wall for him. And Turbo's a great player. I think a team is going to pick him up. If not, then we'll put him back on the practice squad and see. But we just had the characters needed in here already. You know, so unfortunately, great player, but it's just the odd man out there. We got the guys at the running back position that's going to do all the things Turbo was doing. That's really was screen pass at this point. So he didn't really flash anything else different from me. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see anything different as far as running in between tackles, which they need, you know?
I think so. Turbo was catching screens, and he was making some plays. Listen, I think here's the problem. I think these running backs are a dime a dozen, right? Like these guys, like everybody has that third or fourth running back that is killing it in the middle of the game, and that's why I think that we can sneak him onto the practice squad. We did before. Like I'm pretty sure Turbo had a pretty good offseason last year too, right? And we stuck him on the practice squad last year.
Yeah, better this year, but he was still good.
Yeah, these guys you could sneak on because they just kind of get lost in the shuffle. And I think that's what's going to happen with Turbo. And I hope it is the case because, you know, if Scatterboo's healthy and Tracy's healthy and they both prove to be the guys that we think they could be, hey, maybe you could trade a Singletary, like, you know, in the middle of the season at some point. I don't know. Like maybe someone needs a vet. Then you could bring a Turbo in, be a third running back. I don't know. Just a thought. But I think people get lost in the Turbo, talk too much. But the real position I want to talk about is, you know, tight end. Are you guys cool with how that shook out with Dulcich taking the axe there after what he did in the preseason?
Ooh, Hef, you want to go with that one?
Yeah, it seems like a strange cut. That one, I don't know, like Manhurts. Can anyone tell me, first of all, I said if it's a coin flip, you cut Manhurts on his name alone. But I'm trying to think, like, what does he give you? Granted, Dulcich, he came from Denver, right? And that's a system where you know, a tight end can become a guy playing there, and it didn't happen for him there. But like in the preseason, what else could you have? The guy can make plays. He's big, he's strong, he moves. So I'm not sure. I'm not behind the scenes. I don't know exactly what Manhurts is doing. I hate even saying his name.
Here's the deal. I'll tell you right away.
Block.
We don't have blockers. We don't have so like Fedone and Dulcich and Theo Johnson are all the same players.
Just athletic, big guys.
They are great.
Bellinger, a
tall,
little more well-rounded. Yeah.
Right. Bellinger, a little bit of both. Manhurts, basically a sixth offensive lineman when you're going double tight end.
Well,
you need that. You need it. Yeah. So, and if you look at a picture of him, you can understand why, because he's a fucking house. Like he's huge. So I get why they have him. Dulcich was a tough cut. He might even make the practice squad. Honestly, like those kind of guys are a dime a dozen. He's floated around the league for a reason. He's been on. He was on Denver, but he's been on like 2 or 3 other teams in between. So I think for me, the Dart Dulcich kind of combination made me want to keep Dulcich a little bit. You know, that was a nice little combination, but I'm not going to lose sleep over like some of these things. I'm not losing sleep over. Is there any? I guess the question would be: is anybody lost sleep over?
No, and I just want to say one thing about Manhurts. Probably why they picked him. Was Brian Manhurts. Man, that hurts. Man, it hurts. But he was drafted by Buffalo. Was it Brian Daboll and Joe Shane there at that time? In
you talking about Manhurts or
2015? Yeah, Manhurts. Yeah. So if that's the case, if they were there, then he knows the system, right? Like he knows the people around him. They know who he's. 33 years old. He's older tight end, but
everybody knows.
They know that he knows the
system. From the Bronx.
He can block. So I just think that was a no-brainer. And like you said, the other gentleman, I can't think of his name at this moment. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. But the other tight end that they picked at this point can do the same thing Theo can. Fedone, right? So you got to keep the guy, like we said in Singletary. You got to keep the guy that can block. I don't think you'll see the field at all, but we'll see.
It's a good point. And he went. Manhurts went undrafted, but the Bills did sign him as a UDFA, so he got his start in Buffalo.
There you go.
Well, there it goes. But listen, nothing's a shocker. Nothing's a shocker.
Yeah, nothing major. You see sparks from guys. Like I thought Montreal Washington pulled off a couple of moves. He was wearing number 80, which is a special number for Giants fans. So if you saw him in the preseason, he made one play along the sideline where he juked two guys out. Like he was dead to rights. This should have been a 4-yard gain, and he gets past both of them. Then makes a very subtle step just to get the next defender off balance and just shoots up the sideline for like another 30 yards. Like for me, that's enough where I'd want to see more. You know what I mean? But I don't know how he fits in with this group. You paid Darius. Wandell is still on this rookie deal. They're still trying to make him like a threat. Then you got Neighbors. Bo Collins made it. He caught, a bomb or two. But Little Jordan, Humphrey also gone after catching Jackson Dart's first.
Yeah, he had a good preseason. Yeah.
So these are good problems. And I tweeted about it earlier today, just saying we used to pick up waiver wire guys to be immediate starters. So it's a good sign if you got to make tough decisions. It means you got more talent in the building. But I liked what I saw from some of those guys. Wish them the best, but like this, not losing sleep over anybody here. Not even Tommy DeVito.
Hold on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, okay? Because the biggest cut, the first name that came out was our boy Tommy DeVito. Now, how are you going to – I want to talk about this. How are you going to look back on Tommy DeVito's Giant career if in fact, he doesn't make the practice squad and, somehow end up being a Giant again? Will you look back on his career fondly or like – this was a joke, and he screwed us out of Jaden Daniels.
That's exactly how I was going to go.
Yeah. Where do you land? Because it's a lot of both.
It's bittersweet, right? Because a lot of Giants fans will go, man, if he didn't win those games, we would have had Jaden Daniels. But now, in hindsight 2020, we got Jackson Dart now, right? We don't know if he's a Jaden Daniels.
Right. And Abdul Carter,
And Abdul Carter, right? So for me, and only for me, I like winning. So when he came in and won those 3 games, it was 3 games, right? Yeah, if he won those 3 games, I was excited. Like the whole Tommy Cutlets, he made the season shine. The darkest season we had some shine to it when he was in there. We started talking about Tommy Cutlets. He birthed the Scolata twins, right? He birthed them. Like, you know what I mean, at this point. And I'm not trying to say
why. You know why?
Aliens! He birthed them. You know what I mean? So that whole run was absolutely amazing, man. So
it was Linsanity like.
There you go, Speed. Linsanity. He was the Linsanity of the New York Giants. And it was great to see. It was a great feeling to have. And listen, once a Giant, always a Giant with Tommy DeVito. You know what I mean? I hope he gets another shot.
Momo's been anti DeVito. He said he's happy that he's gone. There's a lot of people that just like they thought it was a joke. Here's the thing: he was an undrafted free agent, man. Like it's not his fault. He battled and he did the best he could. Right? Like yes, it screwed us out of the picks. That's not his fault. He's fighting for his NFL life. And you know what? I think he would be a pretty decent quarterback too. On a couple teams, you could do worse than Tommy DeVito on a couple teams, right? And I was kind of half hoping that someone was going to trade for him. I know it was Sean. I would have taken a 7th pick for it, whatever. 7th pick,
7th round, but, sure.
I mean, there's a lot of shitty backups in this league, and Tommy DeVito beat a couple good teams, man. Like he showed a couple of things with a bad team around him too. Like that. Let's not forget how bad that offensive line was. How bad the everything was around him. So I respect Tommy DeVito. I think that the whole, he soaked up his 15 minutes of fame.
That's exactly what it was.
And so did his agent. So did everybody else.
Like I don't blame Tommy DeVito for anything he personally did. Like he knew that he had a flash in the pan moment, and he tried to pour gas on it, and it came off wrong with some of like Momo's talking about some of the pizza tour where he's his price was one thing, then he won a game and the price tripled. Like that's some BS, but he's trying to make a living at the same time. But I don't blame him for any of that. I'll never forget when he beat the Packers because I was a finalist in a Survivor league, and all he had to do was lose to the Packers, and I had sole possession of first. Instead, I split the pot 4 ways. Thanks, Dick. But like, it's just he's just kind of the face of what was one of the darkest times in our team's history.
Yeah.
And then, if he was a great quarterback, started quarterback, I don't think anyone would care if he's doing this. Like, quarterbacks have had, Rodgers in his prime was doing the discount double check shit. Like, the quarterbacks do stuff. Cam was dabbing. Quarterbacks have their thing when they're scoring touchdowns. So I don't blame him for any of that. It's just that the Giants had nothing else to lean on, and they tried to make him way more than he was. And I think that's what's embarrassing to fans, is that the Giants were a terrible team, and then you're hyping up this guy and making him a celebrity. It's just like the whole thing was just ass backwards.
Was it the Giants or just the fans? You know what I mean? Like we could get mad at the Giants and be like, "Oh man,
there's a lot of fans." You're right.
It was all the fans, right? So we can't blame the Giants. We got to look at the fans and be like, "Man, all right, he gave us hope." And I'm one of those fans that was like, "Man, I just like this ride. I like the W's. I like the win. All right, whatever it is, man, just get me the W's." And I remember arguing with people on X where I'm like, "Man, I'll take a win." What do you mean? It's gonna get us out of the draft position? And I'm like, "Dude, we'll figure it out later. I just want to see us win a game." You know what I mean? So the fans put him up that high. Again, it was fool's gold. I mean, let's call a spade and look at reality. We knew he was a backup quarterback in this league at best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So a third stringer on any other team, like, we understand the Giants just suck, and they put him at a starting position at one point. You get what I'm saying? So listen, I just loved it. I just loved the story. Undrafted free agent comes in and he wins us a few games, man. I just love seeing that. I didn't think he was going to be a great quarterback, as some fans make it out to be, but I just thought, for the flash in the pan, it's just something we needed, a shot in the arm for the Giants to talk. Because again, guys, we were struggling to try to find something to talk about as content creators.
Well, that's exactly it.
It was just dope just to have that particular moment to talk about something. You know what I mean? To be excited about something. So
dude,
that's the reason why
people leaned into it because it was like the only thing interesting about the Giants. And if you were Troy Aikman didn't have to do in any Giants games. They do bigger games. But like we were reduced to like Mark Schlereth and like D squad on Fox. But like there was nothing else to talk about with the Giants. You know what I mean? So I think everyone played a part. Fans wanted something to cheer about. People needed something to talk about. They needed a story, and he was a local undrafted kid. So I get all that. But just be happy it's over. Like, I don't blame him. Whatever it was.
I agree.
Well, that's the thing. You're right, Jeff. Like, there was this conversation, and we love Art Stapleton, but he was heading up the hey, Giants might keep 4 quarterbacks. And it's like, how does that make sense? Like, it didn't make sense. And if you love Tommy, you hate Tommy, whatever. Carrying 4 quarterbacks when you need that extra position somewhere, you need that extra guy somewhere else. A 4th quarterback is going to do shit for you. It's going to do absolute shit. You can't hold that guy. It's a waste of a roster spot. So the Giants made the smart decision. They made a lot of tough decisions. A lot of fan favorites, like Elijah Chapman, that guy. Yeah, everybody he's a fullback now. We like that guy. Like, no, he got cut. There's a lot of guys that got cut. Trey Hawkins. A lot of people thought that guy was the next big thing.
What a camp! What a camp he had a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, but there's one last guy I want to talk about with you guys. Kickoff returner position. ISM got cut for Gunner. I don't want to say his last name because I'm going to butcher it.
Oh, please do.
Someone starts with an O. Wait, where is it? Where's it at?
Alzewski.
Ozewski.
You can eliminate
Zewski. I'm just going to call him Zewski.
Zewski.
Somebody say
Zewski.
Oh, Zewski. So, do you guys care about that? Does it matter? Does it come up on your radar at all?
Not at all. You know what? I actually like Gunner. I actually, even as a receiver.
Look at this. This is our guy. Hold on.
Right.
This is our guy. Monty's always coming through.
That's why he's got
I said somebody put it.
That's why he's got the fucking wrench.
Slevsky. There it is.
You know what? You have the wrench for a reason. Also, Bartlett, congratulations on your wrench, my man. You have now got a wrench.
You earned it, brother.
You
earned it, brother.
I think there's only more.
There's only 2 of you.
It's long overdue. You earned it. You earned it.
Well, we don't just give out wrenches to anybody.
No, Revivalist of the Year gets a fucking wrench. That's the least we get.
Revivalist of the Year. Holy shoot, man. This guy's nuts. He's running with it too. Yeah, shout out to you, Bartlett, man. But I think Gunner's gonna be using some packages. I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I think Gunner's gonna be using some packages.
This
guy had a damn good.
Bro.
He reminds me of that Cole Beasley, like what Wan'Dale Robinson is supposed to be used for. Gunner they're looking like they were using Gunner for, like a Cole Beasley type when he was in Buffalo. To me, I'm just saying, what Wan'Dale Robinson is supposed to be, that guy that's shifty. Gunner was looking that way to me. I mean, I could be 100% wrong here.
I mean,
but I just think he's going to be used in some packages. You're going to see him do other things as well, and I'm going to be like, oh, okay.
If Wan'Dale goes down, you might see it. You never know.
Just saying, I think he's going to be
whatever Wan'Dale's
supposed to be in. Gunner's going to be that guy. Watch, mark my words. Somebody timestamp this. Watch, you're going to see this.
This fucking wide receiver room, Jeff. I saw you. I think you screenshotted it. This wide receiver room is
like
booty butt,
dude. You better hope that Malik Neighbors stays healthy. And Slayton,
guys, I mean, this room
Yeah.
as a whole is like, it's pretty unserious, because if you're any opponent looking at this, as much as we try to say Slayton is, the comments I saw were unbelievable. Like, I think it's pretty good, to be honest. Or Slayton's underrated. No,
sure.
We know what they are, right? And no defenses have to game plan for anybody except Neighbors. That's it. This is a one-man group, guys. Like, there's one star in this group. And that's the one area where they did not really go after a veteran or bring in some kind of presence. Like Amari Cooper, I don't know what he costs. He's a vet, but he was like a phenomenal route runner. That's not a guy that could come in and give you something as depth. And I know money is a thing, but
it is a thing.
Figure it out.
Listen,
and
Gabe Davis still out there. Gabe Davis out there.
You're right, Speed. And listen, and Hef, you hit the nail on the head here. Because a lot of people go, "Oh, you're sleeping on Darius." Guys, we're not sleeping on Darius Slayton, right? The rest of the league is. Like, you get what I'm saying? The rest of the league is. Like, we understand, right? We understand what he can bring to the table. We like Darius Slayton. He's our guy. But the rest of the league does not respect Darius Slayton. I hate to say, he's not showing up on the top NFL 100s. He's not that type of player. Let's be honest.
He might not be a 200.
Right. He's not even speed. I'm just saying, no disrespect. No disrespect to Slayton.
We love Darius. We love
Slayton.
See, this is I feel bad because every time we talk about Darius, it's like we're trying to we're not trying. We love Darius.
We love him.
Let's not make him something he's not.
That's a fact. Like, guys, it's not sleeping. It's just he's just a 3. He's on a different team. He's a 3.
He's Manningham.
Mario Mayo. I said
a 3.
He's a guy. There's a reason Bill Belichick said make him go to Manningham.
You could win, but you could win it. He could be on a championship team as a wide receiver 3. He'd be a great wide receiver 3 on a good offense. But he can't be a high-end wide receiver 2. He's not even a middle. I mean, I don't know. I hate to slander him. I'm not going to slander Darius here because that's not what it's about.
But look, we
need more.
If he doesn't give more than he did his rookie year with Daniel Jones, which was 8 touchdowns, by the way, everyone forgets that he came in as a rookie, same class as Daniel Jones, and they connected. Right? Daniel wasn't supposed to start right away, so they were connecting in the same reps with the 2s in practice, and then they just kept it going in the season. 8 touchdowns his rookie year. If he's not doing that with this opportunity, because Russ throws it, Jameis throws it, Jackson throws it, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Every quarterback we have is completely unafraid to throw a deep ball.
Darius Slayton is built for Russell Wilson. Like moon balls to Darius Slayton, like go routes to Darius Slayton should be all day. Like that should work. So let's see what he's got. I'm not going to – I think we'll get the best version of Darius Slayton, whatever that is. We're going to find out this year. I don't know what that is. We'll find like maybe it's 900 yards, but I mean.
Oh, what do you mean?
Listen, it's clear we need another wide receiver. And Jalen Hyatt might only be on his team because Jalen Hyatt might only be on his team because of how bad our depth is.
We got some mountain Wi-Fi going on. I think you're back with us now.
Yeah, you're out the matrix.
You're better.
What I said is the only reason why Hyatt's on this team is because how bad our depth is on wide receiver.
Yeah,
that's a guy you probably move on from at this point. You're right.
And here's the messed up part, right? Like, and I'm not gonna beat a dead horse here. It's just like, man, Jalen Hyatt was supposed to be the guy. He's supposed to be the wide receiver too. He was like, what happened? Like in between that, you know what I mean? It's just like, man, like it's just poor drafting, poor everything, and it's just here we are with this depth chart. You hit on Malik Neighbors, and the rest of the guys is just okay. Like, see, you'll get your yardage, you'll get your touchdowns from here and there, but you're not gonna win. These guys don't scare me. Malik Neighbors is the only one that scares me. Everyone else, no. And listen, and maybe Gunner can do something, get you some yardage. Like I said, Wandale, it just doesn't excite me. It just doesn't do it. No disrespect. It just doesn't do it. Darius Slayton doesn't do it. None of them does it for me. Zero. Absolute zero.
But you know what? Part of it is none of them can even fall into like a role where they're consistent because the offense has been so dysfunctional that like you don't have enough drives, enough plays, enough success where these guys can like be built up to be better versions of themselves, you know? Like you need them to stay healthy. We're always rotating offensive linemen, we're rotating receivers. So you're never playing with the same group. And part of that is part of the game. But like the most successful teams, it's like they bring back the guys. They bring back the same guys and they have their role carved out. And it's just hard to carve out a role when, I don't know, it can't be so top heavy.
I don't know if you guys want to keep going on this, but I think we talked about all the cuts. We don't. I don't want to get into waiver like talk because we're not pros when it comes to that. Like there's guys out there that know their shit.
We got two supers real quick if you want. If you want to get
let's get to it. Hold on, Hef. I need to pick me up.
Holy shit, a super chat.
I need that.
Let's go. And listen, I want to remind you guys, and we thank you so much. 796 people watching between X and YouTube. We love and appreciate you guys. We are going to Washington week 1, and we appreciate the hell out. Every single super chat helps us along the way with gas, with hotel, with drinks, with food, with tickets. You name it. We appreciate it, and you guys are the best. So thank you for all that.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Go ahead, Spee.
All right, Tuto back again. Spee, we've got our first win of the season last Friday against a much stronger club in the rankings. But we got grits like no others. We play all in every match. That's what I expect out of you, Tuto. I expect just all heart and all just grit, and that's what you guys got, and I love that. I love that about you guys. C's. Let's talk in generalities here, right? Like we could.
We'll leave this for you, Spee. Oh, he freezes. We leave this for you, Speeds, and he freezes.
Okay,
this is all you.
No, we're back. There we go. I'm back. So I don't want to get into semantics of these guys that, there's a lot of guys out there, of course, and they're going to be 3 to 4 guys added. It's got to be a cornerback. It's got to be a wide receiver. In my mind, those are the top 2. And then, throw me a defensive tackle if you can get it. Like those are the spots.
Yep.
I don't know who those guys are. You guys are better than us at that. But those are the spots that I want. I don't know about you guys. What do you think?
That's it.
Hands down. No disagreement here.
Can I shift this conversation real quick to an important topic? Not important topic. The hot topic.
802 in the building, by the way. Shout out to y'all.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. I saw that Sarge is great.
Please. Yeah, we're gonna me
Judge, man, you can't be leaving now. It's about to get good. It's about to get good, brother Judge. Have a good night, brother. It's always a pleasure.
Before we leave, we have to hit the hottest topic. Shedeur Sanders. Now, there's a lot of people going back and forth about Stefanski and the Browns screwing him over because they played with bad people. He played with some bad linemen. The 3rd string, 5th round pick played with some bad linemen. Never happened before the NFL preseason.
No, first time in history. Yeah.
Now I want to hear your guys' thoughts here. Like, do you think that Shedeur Sanders got the raw deal, or do you think this is all Tim Tebow round 2 about the people just going a bat for a guy. What do you guys think?
Hef, you want to go? I go first.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro. If you're ready, go for it.
All right. There's a lot here. It's a lot here to chew on. Okay. Obviously, the guy that if you're the Shedeur Sanders, we had him as the top 2 quarterback coming out in the draft, right? So you expect the guy with the 5th and the 6th types of players, those rounders type of player, you expect him to be elite. You expect him to outperform. You expect him to juke, dodge, go for the first down, throw into tight windows. You expect him to do this stuff, okay? Do I think Shedeur Sanders is still that top 2 quarterback? Absolutely. In fact, I had him number 1 in my ranking. Okay,
so you still have him above Dart.
I still have him above Dart. I still have him above. I'm gonna trust my gut here. I'm gonna do what my guy Hunt tells me to do. Trust your eyes and trust the work you put into. So I still think he could be that guy. Here's the problem with Shedeur Sanders. Okay, when he went out and performed very well, he believed in the hype. And we all know how the Sanders are, or the Sanderses, I guess, are, or is, right? These guys can get a little bit ahead of himself. He can get a little bit cocky. The stuff in the stories that we heard about Shedeur Sanders is true. He's a I don't want to say arrogant or a cocky guy, but he's into himself, right? A little bit. He believes in himself. Let's be legendary. Everything is a song and a dance with him a little bit. You know what I mean? No disrespect. So I think he fell in with the hype, and he got humbled very quickly. So let me make this clear. If you're a guy, again, that is touted that high in the draft on everyone's mock draft, you're supposed to go out there and perform. All this was his. He held the ball too long. He drifted in the backfield way too much trying to do some juking instead of stepping up in the pocket to deliver the ball. All of this is his fault. It's not that because a lot of people go, well, they called different plays and it was different personnel. Yeah, they called the same play with 2 different quarterbacks, and both of them gave you different results. Shout out to Authentic that actually pointed that out. But they had the same play designs on a couple of plays that's there. Same freaking play, different results. Shedeur Sanders held the ball too long. He was holding on, drifting backwards. He couldn't step up in the pocket. He couldn't make the decisions right away, which was something that was his weakness in college, is that he needs to make quicker decisions with the football, and he just couldn't do it at the NFL level. He couldn't pull the trigger. This is a bad game. Do I think he's a terrible quarterback? No. I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll be okay, but he has to be humbled first, and this is his humbling. He probably won't see the field anytime soon. He's probably the 3rd quarterback actually in depth-wise.
Officially, yeah.
Officially, right? So he has some work to do. Guys, we just said it. We just said this quarterback class was the weakest, right? That these guys need time. So give them time. The only person that actually looks good, and no one's talking about, and 2 people look good, don't get me wrong, but 2 people actually look incredible, and no one's talking about the number 1 overall pick, which looks pretty damn good. Looks pretty damn good, actually. But then you got Jackson Dart in that conversation as well. But nobody's talking about the guy that really looks insane, and that's Cam Ward. He looks good. Looks great this preseason, which is a shocker to me. Nobody's talking about him. You know what I mean? But again, the weaker class, they have to let Shedeur sit. He didn't play in the SEC, right? If I'm not mistaken, right, guys? That's a division. He didn't play in one of those top schools, right? So he needs a little bit more work, and we've seen him play down the competition. We've seen all of this before. Let him work. Let's see what he can do. Let's go from there. Jackson Dart's probably going to be a little bit better than him in due time, but we'll see. But I'm going to stick to my gut and say Shedeur Sanders could be a good quarterback in this league. But we'll see. We'll see. But got to be humbled. He's humbled.
Yeah. A couple quick points. And you're asking, did he get the shit end of the stick? And the answer is yes, when Cleveland drafted him. Because what good happens in Cleveland, honestly? So he went to one of the worst case franchises. Like he would have been better off going, Pittsburgh had many chances, but like a Mike Tomlin to get his grip on him and coach him up and humble him and build him back up, all of that. He didn't go there. He went to a Browns team that's going to be terrible this year. And this is how the NFL works. When you're down the totem pole, you play with the 2s and 3s. And for RG3 to come out and say what he said is so ridiculous, considering Kirk Cousins was drafted after him, same draft. Kirk Cousins played with the 2s and 3s all camp because he was a top pick. He was a premium. RG3 was the premium pick. And then you could argue Kirk Cousins, it's not even an argument, had a much better career overall than RG3. Obviously,
Right.
RG3 was, I think, the better natural player, but just got stumped, like crushed by injuries. So this is part of why the Giants wanted to stay away from this, is because it's a media circus, whether you like it or not. That has nothing to do with the player. It's just what comes with it. And it's not where the direction the Giants were trying to go. I think clearly they're happy with the quarterback they got. And Cam Ward is one of the least talked about first overall picks.
Crazy.
No one talks about him ever. Think about it. You're talking about a fifth round. Was it fifth round Shedeur went or fourth?
Yeah, fifth.
Fifth.
It was fifth.
So
it was the fifth.
Who's getting all the attention? The fifth round pick.
Insane, right?
Who's QB3 in Cleveland is getting all the attention, and the number 1 overall pick, who's slated to start, no one talks about. That's why the Giants didn't want to draft him. That's why the Giants did what they did.
There you
Smart.
go. There you go.
Smart. And Jackson's actually getting more burn too, but Jackson looks the part.
He's
playing
getting
the
respect.
What I'll say about this is, yes, Shedeur didn't play with great linemen. Not many fifth rounders and third guys battling for the second and third string do.
How about Tommy DeVito?
That's NFL preseason 101. It's been since the dawn of time. So enough with the fucking violins. Like I'm done with it. But what I'll say is, and I'll let you go after this.
Yeah.
The same shit that Shedeur had troubles with in college is the same shit that you saw on tape with this in Cleveland. Drifting with the pocket, trying to make plays when they weren't there, slow processing. Maybe that gets better, but it's the same shit he's done before, and that's why he was a fifth round pick. But that's all I'll say.
And Hef, you said it just now. Look at Tommy DeVito when he played with the 2s and the 3s or whatever the freaking position that he outperformed. This is why people were like, "Oh my God, he could be a QB2 somewhere else," because he outperformed.
Tommy DeVito went 13 of 15 with 3 touchdowns, playing with an O-line where 4 out of the 5 were cut.
And that's like, if you're that good of a player, you'll outperform those people no matter what. You'll make the plays happen. And if Shedeur is supposed to be in the top 2, which again, I'll stick to it because I don't want to be the guy to backtrack now. I'm gonna stick to it. You know what I mean? And I don't mind being wrong. But if he's supposed to be that top 2 guy in the draft that was coming out, you're supposed to outperform these guys. Hands down. He didn't get the short end of the stick. He got put to the test and he failed. It's that simple.
And you're right. Jackson Dart played with some shitty linemen. And you know what Dable did? He turned off his fucking communications. He sent him in for one play when Jackson Dart wasn't ready. He said, "Hey, they put these guys through the ringer on purpose. They want to see how they react." And you see these guys, some step up and some don't. And listen,
he was cooking too.
Shedeur's got a lot of steps to take. He's still going to develop.
You're good. Your back's big.
Fuck. Damn it.
Dude, you were cooking, man. I was like,
I don't know what's going on. I know.
You were cooking.
Son of a bitch. Anyway, the long story short, last snaps left for Shedeur. Don't quit on him yet, obviously. But like let's not say that he's just like go to bat for him and like make he's got the worst situation ever possible. You make your situation right. Go develop, Shedeur. There's no pressure on you now. You're the third string quarterback. So go develop, man. You got a good head coach to develop under.
Get to work.
And you can see even against 3s and 4s, whoever he was going against in that game, the level the talent level in the NFL, you can't get away with any of the stuff. Like he's not a super athletic dude. He's athletic enough.
That's the problem.
But you could see how he got in trouble. He thought he could extend a play and do some circus shit and run backwards, and it was like a 30-yard loss or some shit. Like that's what does not fly in the NFL. And it just makes you think how good you really have to be to make it. But it just makes me so happy. Like no one could have really drawn up a better preseason than Jackson Dart had. The way he's carried himself, the way he's performed every test, his reads, athleticism. All he's got to do is slide. That's really that's the knock.
Please.
Yeah.
Don't go in there head first. Please, for the love of God, man. Just slide. But he said he's going to slide, for here on in, man. He actually said it. And his mom was like, he needs to slide.
Yeah, he knows it now. But even I think about Carson Wentz sometimes, who was on at one point in Philly, he was like an MVP conversation guy. and he was playing lights out. And there was this one play where he went for it close to the goal line and he blew his knee out and he never really came back. And like, I wonder how often he thinks about that. If I just lived to see another down, what would have happened? Would it have been me raising the trophy? And feel like all of that matters. Don't waste your chance or your career over a couple of yards. Like, get down, avoid the hit every time.
Agreed, man.
Yeah.
Oh, let's catch up with the super chat. So
Yes, sir. Spee, what's the Hammertown level? Face getting a little red there, pal.
Pretty good. I feel pretty good. I want to say to lighting, I don't feel too hot, but it might be. I might be a little hammer. I might be a little hammer.
Well, you had some brown stuff. Was the brown stuff your first drink?
It was not my first drink.
Right. And now you're drinking what? A Truly? A White Claw? What is this?
Well, it was. I'm all over the battle. I'm just trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel for something over here at this house. Yeah. It's my first day here. And I got a White Claw. I got a Nooner. I got some whiskey. I'm all over the house. So maybe I'm Hammertown. I don't know. I'd say level 7.5. Okay. And maybe it's hot in here.
No, you're fine. You're fine, but you're mixing everything. It's hot in there. There's not
so what, Bartlett?
Not a piece of artwork to be found in the house.
Hey guys, I think Bartlett lives in North Carolina. I think we're gonna have to make that trip over there and just personally
make a good time.
He's got another one. He's back for more.
Hey. I mean, listen. Next year, we might. So it's too late this year. But next year, we might have to do a Revivalist Fantasy League. I'm just saying. We might have to do it. Me and Jeff will head it up.
Yep.
You just draft your team, and we might do it live. We have to do it live.
Ooh, a live draft. I love it.
Have some people over. Maybe tell them where we're going to be. Come through.
Now you're tooking.
Now you took it. You drunk too? You drink the brown stuff too?
You're either talking or cooking, or you're cooking.
Now, guys, really quick, man, don't forget we are going to Washington week 1, so every super chat actually goes into there after YouTube takes their 30% cut. Shout out to YouTube. Fuck out of here. So, guys, if you ever wanted to strictly donate 100%, just let us know, man. All the stuff is in our icon on X, so where you can hit the Cash App, the Venmo, and the PayPal as well. So all that's on X. You can hit those links there. Also, I believe we have some links on the YouTube page, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I put them, Venmo and etc. where to do it, but let YouTube take its cut, right? It is what it is. So, hold on, wait, Speed, hold on. Give us a live reaction to how you feel about your college fantasy team, man. Let's go.
I gotta be honest. I gotta like look back and see who I drafted because it was lot of craziness.
He's drunk.
No.
He's drunk.
I tried to do a podcast and draft a fantasy team here, so it's tough. I'm juggling a lot of
so when they were like Tuesday 9:00, you good for the draft? Were you like, yeah?
I said literally.
Do that again.
Do that again. A lot of balls here.
Juggling balls.
Juggling a lot of balls here.
Juggling the balls.
Big sack.
Juggling the balls here.
I like my team. And by the way, in this college fantasy league, your boy, I'm bridesmaid every year. I finished second place 2 years in a row. But silver's cool. Don't hate on silver. I'm gonna be there again. But listen, one more thing before we leave. Mets brought up their top pitching prospect, Jonah Tong.
Now the Mets are back. Watch out.
Haters gonna hate. I'm fine with it.
Let me stop being biased. Let me give you your round of applause. It's New York Revival. We get it. But I'm a Yankee guy.
Well, they just blew a lead, so I'm not too happy fucking right now. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about the Mets.
By the way, I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's on IG that supported the Yankee and Mets. That's the first time we all three of us filmed together.
We might have to do it again after that.
That was nuts, man. 100,000 views, guys. That is the largest viewed video. To this day, I still get likes on it. I wake up every morning, there's like at least 20 likes, and I'm like, geez, it's still going. Like we filmed that thing months ago. It felt like to me. So, shout out to everybody that supported, man. We're gonna have some more, of course, on there, man. What a script, what a time. I think that was my first director's debut. So thank you guys for trusting me.
You nailed it.
You definitely directed that one, and we wrote it that morning for the most part. We had a couple ideas that we just threw that together. Caught lightning in a bottle.
Hef, can I say this? Hef, can I say this? Because Hef was like, I was like, dude, I'm gonna stand behind you, and you're gonna have the door open. And Hef was like, dude, my AC's on. I can't let this
AC was down that day too.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
hottest day of the year.
Yeah, I was like, just trust me.
Broke. Yeah.
And he literally was like, you got 5 minutes, and we had to literally shoot that in probably 5 minutes so he can shut his door.
We did because you could see bugs flying in the video. And if you watch it back, look at Spee sitting on the bench, just like drenched. Like soaking through his shirt. You could actually see puddles forming on his shirt. Dude, it was like 98 and humid that day.
We made it work though.
It was awesome video. And you see the fly in one of the pictures. I don't know if you guys ever see it. You got
when I opened the door,
opens the door, you see the fly go past the camera. And we're like, should we keep that? He was like, fuck it. You only got 5 minutes, E. But it was great, man.
The outtakes are gold on that one too.
It was awesome. But guys, yes, thank you so much for watching, man. Shout out to the 883 people in the building and still counting. Shout out to the revivalists of the year, Bartlett, man. We do appreciate all the support, man. Always. You and your wife is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, man. Honestly, we are looking into merchandise again. We might have something finally in the loophole because we owe everybody everything at this point. So you're gonna get your stuff hopefully really soon. Me and the guys just started talking about it today. I think we might have something. I started it. We'll complete it together, I'm sure. So shout out. Don't forget, man, we're on all streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes as well. Head over there, show some support. Numbers are doing extremely well over there, shockingly, man, because Spee is like telling us every minute, guys, we're gaining traction. We're gaining traction. Well, now we're starting to get some sponsors or advertisements. So
leave the comments, please. They help us.
Please, man. So, guys, let's get out of here. I had a long week, man. On behalf of my brothers, man, you guys know who they are. And that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets.
Speed the genius.
Let's go. Come on now.
I like that, Speed. I like that. Now, I'll tell you this, man, because for a while, I've been trying to, get this thing for Hef going. And I actually wrote it down, I believe. Let me find it. Because I thought it was amazing.
I believe.
Right? Shout out to my guy with the grande cojones.
Oh.
He is amazing. Trailblazing. The humor god himself. El Jefe is in the building. I like that. I wrote it down too.
I like the grande,
grande cojones.
Rolls right into the Jefe. It all works. He is
amazing and trailblazing. The humor god himself, El Jefe, is in the building. I like that one, Hef.
I like it.
I like that one a lot.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it. And of course, it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings. Yes, sir.
New York Revival, I'm in the building.
Let's
go.
Live with the Woodlike Roll!
Let's go.